Pop it, beautiful people. Welcome to the Miss Fester Views channel. We are here to go over the latest episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I know I'm just a day late, so my apologies. Doing the best I can with balancing it. This episode is titled The Real OG of Atlanta. This episode was a headache. Like, it just showed the lack of maturity, common sense, and the amount of delusion that exists amongst cast members on this show. So let's get into the episode, you guys, and see what it does and what it does not. Hi, Shayna. Good morning. Welcome in, or good afternoon. It is noon now, probably a little later for you, but welcome in, welcome in. And if my voice is scratchy or hard to understand, y'all, I am not feeling well at all. I have a cold. I'm doing the best I can. The weather in the Bay Area is up and down, left and right. One day it's raining, the next day it's humid, the next day it's hot, then it's cold. I don't know what's happening here in the Bay Area, but I'm doing the best I can. Let's get into the episode, though. So it starts with Scrappy and Shakira, the baby mama that he got the other baby with in a threesome or something crazy like that. She has the baby, and I guess they're co-parenting. He's attempting to do that, which is a good thing. However, this baby does not know Scrappy. And I'm kind of like, this is your child. Your child should definitely know who you are. Even if they're an infant, like, are you really not around your child that much? That, because the girl lives around the corner, I thought, from him. That was the point. But she keeps talking about, Scrappy's a deadbeat and all of these crazy things. And for me, I'm just like, okay, Shakira, are we supposed to feel bad for you? You knew what you were getting before you got him. You had your baby in a threesome. It's not like he really wanted you anyway. Are we supposed to feel bad? We already knew Scrappy was a little bit of a deadbeat. I mean, he's that dad that I have a relationship with his kids, but he's not offering his kids any type of wisdom. He's not offering his kids nothing. If I'm being entirely honest, he's not offering his kids anything. So, yeah. Welcome in, James. Hello. He is slowly easing back into YouTube.
Yes. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I'm late, y'all. It's hell getting up these stairs and coming into this room because I just got out of physical therapy. So sorry I'm late.
Well, welcome back. We're happy to have you. I didn't know if he was going to come, so that's why I didn't announce it, but he's here. So we'll accept it. He hobbled up 3 flights of stairs. It's 3 flights, right? You need an elevator. I almost want to put you in my apartment. We have an elevator.
You might be seeing me depending on the conversation you and I need to have off camera.
My husband was just saying that because something about you came up and he was like, damn, it'd be good if the nigga had an elevator. I was like, just like, it would be. It would. I'm happy to see you, though. It is a nice surprise. I thought I'd ask you today. I'm tired of doing lives alone.
You don't have to anymore.
Thank God, because I don't like it. James will tell you, I'd be like, friend, I'm doing the best I can, but how's that leg? How's that knee? I'm so glad.
Guys, I'll be back this weekend and then full time next week. So I'm excited about it. I really am. So I'll be back.
Oh, Jesus. My arm itched. I don't know what the heck going on with me.
So what were you talking about? What did I miss?
You didn't miss anything. I really just started. Not Yandy. That's who's in my brain because I see DM Rox's comment. I think most of the world is Team Yandy. I think most of the world.
I'm not Team anybody. We'll get there.
You're not Team. I think
Team anybody because they both full of shit. So I'm not Team anybody.
That's true. That is true. That's going to be an interesting discussion, but that is true. They are to a large extent both full of you know what. But Scrappy and Shakira. I didn't really say too much with this scene, to be honest, James. I guess they're trying to co-parent, so he came over to play with his son on camera. I know this. My kids who have kids, when their kids were babies, and they would drop their babies off to me, and I wouldn't see the baby for a week or 2 or something like that, them babies will remember me. So I'm like, if that little boy don't know you, Scrappy, how little are you seeing?
I said the same thing. I literally said the same thing. I was like, okay, that means her gripe with you is right and correct if your baby don't even know.
But then at the same time, bitch, you knew what you was getting when you laid down with that man, either with or after your friend, whichever order. You knew that he was kind of.
I need Bambi to come here and tell us how often he's with her kids. And then I'll have a change of opinion.
He seems like the type of dad to me that'll be like hella cool. He'll kick it with you. This will be the dad that'll let you smoke weed and all of that. But when it comes to like, especially based on Imani and how she's gone public saying the way that her dad acts is just not mature, he's not the dad I go to for wisdom. Like,
definitely not. But because between him and Deborah, I don't know who worse.
Every time I think of him, I just think of that song too. You could get crunk in the club. That same song that he's still performing. I'm going to hell. Let me stop. Shayna said I'm team no one, but I'm also only listening to the reviews. You don't review this. I thought she did.
No, I don't ever recall Shayna ever reviewing Love and Hip Hop.
I don't blame you.
Like, Shayna, did you do it at one point in time? Maybe. Did you review
I don't know.
Love and Hip Hop? I know she does Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I don't think she does Love and Hip Hop.
Shout out to Shayna. I've been watching her Love and Marriage Huntsville's reviews.
I have too. So I can get caught up. Thank you, Shayna.
I'm sick of that cast. I am sick of them, but that's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna be nice to that cast. I'm gonna be nice to them because they'll be out of a job soon. But moving forward, Jessica White, Jasmine, Kirk, Rashida. They all meet up. I thought it was odd. I can't see myself kikiing, being cool, having a glass of wine, being a coworker with any bitch that my husband has slept with, especially if he slept with her while he was married to me. That's awkward for me personally. But Rashida, I guess they could use the kids as an excuse, but this lady done popped up with your mama. She been hanging out with all your friends. She's on your show. I don't understand why someone would embrace a mistress this tough, because that's what she was. She's not anymore, but she was a mistress. And if you take that away from her, she's just a bitch in the strip club. So I'm wondering why Rashida feels comfortable to kick it with her and how Kurt can even sit there comfortable. But they all talk. And we know that, of course, Jessica's with it because she was one of 25 different women sleeping with Nick Cannon at the same time. So I'm just looking like y'all are just bottom of the barrel. But they all are talking about the Yandy issue, and Jasmine's informing Rashida, which kind of makes me believe that Yandy does know some things, which wouldn't surprise me because for birds of a feather flock together, I always say this. But she's informing them of all that's been happening and been said with Yandy, and Kirk talking about, you need to shut her down. You need to shut her down.
Shut her down for what, Kirk? That's what I said. What she need to shut down for? Because if memory serves me right, didn't the Frost start this shit in the first place?
Yandy MNDCs are responding to stuff that the Frost did to them. Yandy was informed last season by other castmates that Rashida was talking badly about her and laughing at her and all these allegations, while supposedly her friend, as soon as being confronted on being a shitty friend, Rashida was trying the "we ain't friends" tip. They started this. They threw the rock and they hide in their hand. She's lucky this was filmed before her little son, the little Nepo baby, decided he was a gangster and wanted to shoot his sister's boyfriend, resulting in his.
Funny, but at the end of the day,
Rashida gets away with murder on this show. She thinks because she shared her husband cheating that that's like being open and forthright, but you had no choice but to share it because the nigga was cheating on camera.
I mean, yeah, because it's a battle of, and I know we're going to get there, but it's a battle of who cheated the best. And it's like,
yes,
what are we talking about here? All of it's messed up. But the fact that you two dodo birds don't get that, it's like, we can't draw a map for you.
I think the other thing that's important, and I find we're going to get to that because there's some stuff.
Yeah, let's get to that because I can't wait to get to that. That's why I'm here.
Because it was an episode of contradictory behavior, statements, all of that. But their conversation went nowhere. Kirk want them to shut it down. I thought it was weird. So I'm going to move past it because honestly, the Frost aren't relevant in any scene to me until the last scene because they've been doing this to everybody but Yandy and Mendices. I don't get how you could have so much to say about somebody, but nothing to say to them at all. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Jessica checks on Sierra. As we know, Sierra's experienced a miscarriage. She seems to really be going through it. I said last week in my review, I don't really care to see her on camera dealing with this. I think she deserves privacy, authenticity, and time to heal. Because I know that that's difficult, especially going through them back to back to back to back with a husband that's IQ isn't even a full digit number. So I really feel for Sierra, but Jessica is shady. I don't trust her intentions with anybody. I guess Jessica is going to be getting her doula license and wants to help Sierra.
This is giving me, I'm sorry, that Lifetime movie I just watched, the Kamaya Mobley story.
Oh no, I love that movie, by the way.
Yes, it was very good. But I just recently watched that, and so when I watched this episode last night, I was like, why is she giving me that lady when she said that?
Because Jessica, you don't have kids. And while she's experienced a miscarriage, I don't have kids and I've experienced a miscarriage myself. But to be a doula, I don't know. The only way I would want somebody helping me to give birth or get over something emotionally, I want you to be board certified in something, have a medical degree from a tenured university, something of that nature. So it was random. I think it's nice that Jessica's trying to help her, but I just don't buy anything that Jessica does as genuine.
You know how I feel about her, so I'm not even gonna go there. Y'all can go back and watch Mrs. Best's last season of Love and Hip Hop.
Oh yeah, he don't like her, y'all.
I cannot stand that because it's something about her. It's an aura. It's like it's something that her energy, like it's
off.
It's off, and it's like off. I just can't with her. I just can't. I'm sorry. I try every season, but she always does something that makes me just look at her with 4 eyes, and I only got 2 of them.
Listen, I got 4 on right now, and I still don't like what I see. I appreciate that, Shayna. It was many, many years ago. Wasn't even married to the man yet, but I appreciate that. The beauty in having a mom who is a therapist is you see the value in therapy, and I am glad that, like, when young, for certain things, I was able to go to therapy. Thank God. Thank God. And prayers to my therapist. Sorry. Sorry. But that's all that really happens in that scene. We see Jock and Kendra. Now, the episode starts with Jock and Kendra, but I don't think the MTV Love and Hip Hop people understand that we don't really care for Jock and Kendra. We just don't. I'd rather take Jock on this show over Kendra. I feel like a woman with Kendra's accolades, education, especially how she grew up, what she out of her mouth stands for, I don't feel like she should really be doing reality TV or needs it. So Kendra's always kind of confused me, and I've talked to James about that. But I don't care about their marital problems.
I don't either. I don't care about the marital because I've already talked about them. I did a show called Couples Retreat or Couples Therapy, which one of them VH1 shows. These two were cast members on this show. And I told y'all from the beginning, I'm not here for the 1980s ideal of marriage, where you just stay with someone no matter how many times they cheated on you, no matter how many times they had a baby on you. That the sex is too good for me to give up, so I'm not going to give it up. I'd rather her say that and say she's satisfied no matter what he does than to sit here and throw all of these theatrics and acting like she doesn't have a Juris Doctorate. I would prefer her just to say, hey, I know what he do, but the sex too good, y'all. I'm sorry, I ain't giving it up.
The problem is Kendra cares too much what other people think. And I think that's something problem. We talked about that as well on his couples retreat. I can't remember the name of the doggone show myself, but it's a playlist on my channel.
It's on my channel. Go watch it.
Please go watch it. But yeah, Kendra and Jock have been doing the same song and dance for honestly since COVID. Like since I remember 2019, right before COVID hit, Love and Hip Hop went off, and then it came back right when we were in the beginning of COVID. They have been doing the same thing. I think we're all kind of tired of it, kind of like Rashida and Kirk. Nobody takes their marriage seriously. Nobody takes them seriously. I feel like they were able to do some documentaries on the history of Atlanta, the culture of Atlanta. Because Rashida, for those don't know how she came up, was performing at HBCUs and events such as that. So you do things like that, you get well known around Atlanta. But I mean, she'll always be respected in Atlanta. Kirk, for those who don't know, ain't even from Atlanta. But I don't care for any of these couples that do the same thing season after season. I'm just tired of it. Jock is tired of Kendra threatening to divorce him. We are too, Jock, honestly. He says she uses her degree against him. I think when you're with somebody who is not educated in the same way that you are, that can be problematic. I had worried about that with my spouse because I got my degree prior to him deciding to even go to school. It's not for everybody. Jock just seems like the person that will use Kendra's law degree when it suits him.
I think it's a cop out. I really do. I think it's a cop out for him to always throw that in her face, because to me, hi Shani. To me, I feel like him using it as a cop out is a way to humble her. It's a way to say, you so smart, but you fell for a dude like me.
Yep. Manipulation.
That's what that is. It's a manipulation tactic. And it works every time, because Black women in a society, not all of them, wherever a bit statement is, not all of them, but I'm going to say it like this. A lot of Black women are conditioned to take whatever flaws a Black man has because he's simply just a Black man. And what they do is they manipulate your minds to think, because you have your shit together, that's somehow supposed to just trouble. Well, I'm a Black man. You're supposed to do this for me. You're supposed to be with me. Yeah, I'm going to fuck up. Yeah, I'm not going to take the garbage out. Yeah, I'm not going to wash no dishes. And yeah, I'm going to fuck on the chicken head around the block. But you still supposed to be with me because I'm a Black man. That's the mentality that a lot of Black women are taught.
Fuck that.
And I'm sorry, I don't stand as a man who is with a Black man, as a man who loves Black men. Ain't no fucking way in hell you gonna tell me some shit like that and we still looking at each other face to face, because I would have been ran out. But I'm sorry, but that's what it is. And isn't she a PK kid as well?
She is.
So that's another downfall. I'm sorry, y'all. I know disrespect to PK kids.
The thing is, PK kids are taught to live by the Bible, though, and the Bible do say that adultery, cheating, things of that nature, you can leave. So she can't even use that as a scapegoat. I think Kendra, to me, separate from her caring what we think, I think she's insecure as it relates to dating. I think she's very confident as a businesswoman. She's confident in her mind. She's confident in what her degree is in, but I don't think she's confident in how she dates and her choice to be married to him. I think she's just trying to prove something, like she's the one that can keep him. But
Kendra, if you're watching this, and I hope you are, this is the advice I have for you, the beautiful Black woman that you are. Pull a manetta shawl, please. And go get you a white man.
She found a white man that's been around a lot of melanin, but it
absolutely like my father was. So yes, absolutely. Those white men are perfect for women like you. Especially one that got his own shit going that be better than you. You need somebody that got it, been had it for a minute, and got enough to give to other people. You need somebody.
I don't know if her family would accept that. I have my reasons for that.
Oh,
but,
well, that's she not.
Kendra, but then again, if she'll marry Jock,
I was going to say, what's worse? Do I want somebody that's faithful, got his own stuff going, come home at night, and actually does what he's supposed to do, and I ain't got to worry about what he's doing out there? Or do I get somebody that's all outside and bringing babies and shit in the house? And then one conversation we're talking about, his kid seeing her as a role model, and she doesn't agree with that. But he gets offended by it. And it's like, no, she's right. Like the hell?
She needs to figure it out. I don't really care to see Kendra on this show.
I don't see her no more. That's video last season.
It's strange. She can go. I haven't been interested. I respect her as a businesswoman, but I just don't care for her on the show. And I feel like she desperately wants to be here, and I don't get it. But moving forward, Sierra goes with Jessica and his doula to do an exercise that doulas do that's supposed to allow and assist women with releasing the emotions that they feel after experiencing a miscarriage. Something Sierra said that was a red flag to me. She said that she was so depressed after miscarrying her fourth kid in a row, 4 miscarriages, that's a lot, that her husband told her if she didn't get herself together, he was going to leave her. That pissed me off because people should feel supported in moments they are down by anybody that's supposed to care about them, that they feel should care about them, like whether it's a friend, your spouse, or whatever. So to tell someone when they're clearly struggling after 4 times in a row, if he would have said that after 1, it would have still been harsh, but I would have been like, okay, you still have to try and keep going, get up, go to therapy, don't just lay and sob and cry. But to tell her that after she went through that 4 times, that's a lot on her body, that's a lot on her heart, that's a lot just on everything in general, was a little inconsiderate. This man to me is not intelligent. He doesn't know how to talk. He hold his bottom lip like he would be on the short bus, as we would say, where I came from. And I feel like Sierra just hops from relationship to relationship because she feel like she got to be in one. But I don't really care for him. I haven't been able to read Zay. I never thought that they would last personally, just because of how fast and random it was. But the way she described their relationship, it sounded like she was just a girl he lusted over back in high school. What does he do for a living? Why is it so important that you get back up? Why can't he man the fuck up like my husband would and say, you're down, take care of yourself, I'll handle stuff for a second? Why did he have to do that? And then his face when she said it on camera was like, I know people feel a way about Sierra, but she is a human person. That's a hard thing to go through. And it sucks that her husband's not there for her. But good for you, Jessica and the doula, for trying to help her. But what the hell, Zay? So that's all I have to say on that. How did you feel about it?
I don't know what I was more offended by. Like, I don't know, like, to me, that is such a delicate moment because it just happened. So it's a delicate thing for you to say that. And then it makes me wonder, were you doing this, Sierra, to keep him? Because you're already married to him. So
because she was crying saying, I just want my marriage to work. Why?
Right. So it was kind of like
having a baby dependent on your marriage.
It's like, man, you have kids. And I'm sure he does too. Like, allegedly, I don't know. I don't know the man. But I'm just saying, like, that should not solidify your marriage.
I'm thinking of Retro Star.
Right. Shani, you ain't right. But I'm just saying, that's what makes me wonder if that's why she's doing this and putting herself through this.
And I feel like he only wants a baby and is pressuring her so bad because then it links him to her, which is some form of guaranteed income. Like, she's a little when it comes to plastic surgery and dating, but she seems to handle her business. She's got cookbooks, beauty empire. We've watched her grow. So I don't trust them.
But see, that makes it worse right here. The fact that he already has children and the fact that you put in all this pressure on her to have children, sir, it's not like she's 25. Let's put that in perspective there. And it's not like y'all have been together that long. She was just married to somebody else 2 years ago. So I'm sorry. I was so offended by what he was saying as a man. I'm like, there is no way I can go to a woman and tell her what she need to do with her body so she can give me a child. And then looking at her putting pressure on herself unknowingly because she feels like, or she knows that this is what she needs to do to keep you.
I just know that if your man really loves you, like, whenever me and my husband get to a point of trying to have kids and stuff, like if a miscarriage happens, which unfortunately is common, I feel like after so many times, he would cut the shit off and be like, okay, let's look into surrogacy, let's look into adoption or something else. Because if you care about somebody, you don't want to watch them suffer and hurt and feel pain constantly. It's unfortunate that not everybody can say that with their spouses for different reasons. But I am grateful. I guess I'll acknowledge also best motherfucker on this little live. Like I can say confidently that like he is supportive with things that as a man he may not get to experience or understand. Like just care about the person, be there. So I'm looking at Zay and I'm like, okay, Sierra, you've been trying to prove to everybody that this relationship is just the bee's knees when just this moment showed that it's not what it is. Because money, success, kids, fame, all of that, it really doesn't matter. Marriage is about your foundation and how you support each other, like separate from money and monetary things and materialism. So, you know, I don't know. I wish them niggas the best. Hey. She gonna do it again in a couple of years with another one. I feel for Sierra with the miscarriage situation, but she gonna do it again with another man in a few years. I don't get that type of hopeless romantic energy, but you know,
because it's not.
Yeah,
it's not at all. It's crazy. Like you just won't continue access to her, so you can go out there. Because I'm telling you, men like when men tell y'all this, women, that's because they want to get a baby up there, you so they can constantly have access to you. Meanwhile, they over there with the all other slew of women they have. I'm telling you, ask him if he stopped messing around with the other baby mamas.
Yeah, this is important too, what Shani said, because you shouldn't put guilt on her. Like, if that's the case, y'all need to be at a fertility specialist paying to ensure you get the gender that you want, not just bending it over and spreading it wide. But she probably don't want to pay for that. So it's a lot of red flags with the Zay guy. I'm sure he likes her, but I don't know if he actually like has grown to truly love her yet. But
which is so unfortunate.
She said, twin, what you described is real marriage. What they have is TV marriage that might not even last the rest of the season. It's the rest of the season. I love Shanny.
I concur with that because I don't believe it will either. I believe these two. He will be, what is this, husband number 4 for her on the show, or 3?
Oh, we met her with Shooter. She married Eric. That was husband number 2. This is husband number 3.
3, okay.
So we have to go over that shit like I'm studying for a test. I got enough on my mind. And James is asking me numerical figures of which husband people are on. And with girls like this, you got to be careful because when you think about the fiancés and engagements she's had on the show, that's when fractions and decimals and shit
at least I gave you an easy contender. I could have gave you the most complicated one of them all. I.e. the lady that was chasing her man in a 1992 Nissan Maxima in another country. Y'all know who I'm talking about, so don't act like y'all don't.
Oh my God. The time frames. I'm trying to get it together. She done just been dating constantly on this show. And the thing is, I like Sierra. She's a true crazy Gemini. She is. But Gemini is usually like, let me say it's a little quiet because my husband home. When I was single, I was mingling. Okay. So it's interesting to see her just getting attached to so many men.
So confession time for me. Mrs. Best was, she was mingling. I'm the relationship person. I go from relationship to relationship to relationship. I have been engaged 4 times. I have been married once. So directly speaking, I'm a relationship guru. So this is it. And I'm in another relationship now where I'm hoping to get married to this guy. I pray it happens. I want it to happen. Yes. But if it doesn't, I got to keep going forward. I listened to the Tyler Perry speech where he said that the person who continues to seek out love after they get their heart broken is the one who usually finds it because they never give up.
That's actually true. Tyler Perry's good with the the couples advice. Speaking of which, Beauty and Black is back, y'all. I can't wait to watch it.
I don't watch it. What you say about me, Shani? James, who are you
Oh,
talking about?
Lord.
I was talking about Carly Red. Come on, Shani, keep
Not
up.
like Cynthia Bailey before she married Peter.
No, Cynthia, a different kind of fool. That's a different kind of one. See, I actually get to know who I'm with and actually see what it is before I do stuff like that. Cynthia, all she do, she get a bitch, all she do is go he. That's all she do the entire time she with the man. So she only get to do research. The moment that Mike Hill walked his ass up in there on that book signing and all them damn women showed up, talking about these all his friends, the first question I would have asked is, did he sleep with any one of y'all? Did he sleep with any one of y'all? So there you go.
She said, "Ask Shanny, he gonna be disappointed if he don't get a slow girl." Oh no.
That's not, yeah. Well, you know, yeah.
Oh Lord, wasn't she engaged 45 times before she married Peter? Cynthia has an interesting dating history.
She does. Like, here's the thing. As
colorful.
I said, Cynthia doesn't get to know men the right way. I think Cynthia's better with women. I think Cynthia needs to get him pull a Niecy Nash. I do. I want her to pull a Niecy Nash and just find a woman.
You know what, y'all? We gonna talk about Yandy and Rashida because he just said Cynthia. I can't see my mother doing it. I just want her to find a new wigologist.
You see how she out on abortion? Come on now, I can see it.
Cynthia nasty, I give her that. But I want her to stop wearing these wigs and call the braider who did her braids when they went to Africa.
Shayna for saying that. Thank you so much. I pray for it a lot. Mrs. Best, I talk her ear off on it all the time. So, you know, because she's supposed to be my matron of honor. So it's just, you know.
Ew, that's weird. I had said to one of my friends who's getting married, she was like, I want you to be a matron of honor.
At least you ain't got to do nothing. Matron of honor just has the title. The maid of honor does everything. Matron of honor just sits there and just has the honor. It's an honor. Good. See, if I had it my way, it's Amina is my matron of honor. Chelsea is my maid of honor. Simone Biles is my honorary matron of honor. That's how I want my wedding to be.
How does Simone Biles get this? I can't.
I'm sorry. Simone Biles gives the best little speeches I have ever heard a human being give.
You want her to give a speech, but then you're gonna have to deal with that husband.
Right. I just, you know, we just got to figure out if the one I'm with is the one or the one, I don't know.
Not call Karen. Karen is free. I don't know if she's filming, but I have a feeling she is because they saw the stuff in the car. So I'm like,
there let Karen go. And I told y'all, I said this on my channel. They're not firing Karen. They would be stupid to do it. Because if that's the case,
better be careful.
I'm trying to tell y'all, it was a risk bringing Teresa Giudice back, but now y'all talking about bringing Karen back. I know if Jen Shaw come back, I'm done with Bravo.
The thing is, Teresa and Jen Shaw's crimes were super similar, so I don't know if they'll bring Jen Shaw back. I don't really care for her. She just hollered in my ear. But Salt Lake City is back, you guys.
And the first 5 minutes of that episode was hilarious already.
I'm trying to warm up to Salt Lake City, but I feel like they get by on new cast members that bring or expose scandal. The people who've actually been there from the beginning, Heather, Lisa, and Whitney, they don't give and they can go. But we'll get to that on James's channel. Yandy and Rashida talk. Yandy came at the Rashida like a true New Yorker. She said, I heard you had a lot to say. Couldn't speak. I said, all right, this should be interesting. So Rashida says she heard that Yandy had a lot to say as well, which pissed me off because I said, Rashida, you're going to come in here gaslighting and manipulating. Rashida is the reason people don't like Geminis. This behavior. And I am a Gemini, and I will say it. This is exactly why people do not like us. Because how dare you speak on somebody who's supposed to be your friend, then act as if they are not a friend when you're caught up doing it. And then instead of being quiet, since you wouldn't apologize, you go and talk shit about them for a consistent year on every public platform and podcast that you could, instead of, as Yandy said, promoting your businesses or doing anything for Black culture. So I did feel Yandy in that aspect. Rashida tried to call Yandy a liar. and finally did say some stuff to her face after Yandy was like, you don't say nothing to my face, you say it to other people. Rashida, if you peep, did not deny that. She was like, well, I'm telling you to your face. Now this and that. And I'm looking like, this is stupid. Now, Yandy ate Rashida up, in my opinion. She could have done more. She could have done more. But Yandy got Rashida, in my opinion, together because Rashida got so mad she hit that table because she said something about her marriage, and Yandy said, I don't want your piece of paper. Now, here's what I'm going to call bullshit on Yandy. You sit up here playing with a piece of paper, insulting those who are actually married, like Rashida and Kirk. You can walk away from your nigga if he get caught up. You could walk away if you get caught up cheating. They got to go to the court, file paperwork, and likely fight for years over assets. You don't have to do that, Miss Yandy, because you were smart. But don't acknowledge that you're not married out of convenience. Because people who are truly common law, even when they're mad at each other and things like that, they still got to acknowledge that they common law and married. Don't not acknowledge it when it suits you. That's an insult to those of us who actually paid that $200 and something for them fees, had to go to Social Security and DMV to change our name, and then deal with the motherfucker night after night, day after day. It's an insult. It's an insult. So I don't like that Yandy did that. But Rashida gets up to leave, and I just don't think Rashida's used to anybody firing back at her or coming at her the way that Yandy did. And Rashida then tried to say that Yandy's husband does not like her. She tried to say that Yandy's husband talks badly about her, doesn't stick beside her. But Yandy, the way she came back at her was tough. She said, your husband don't like you either. That's why he cheated on you publicly, didn't care to not hide it. And then when you were pregnant, made you do a DNA swab to prove the paternity of his child. I said, oh, Yandy, you eating her up. That's the truth, because Rashida be getting at people as if she got some shit that we supposed to like respect. And I want everyone to understand that marriage is not what Rashida and Kirk go through. Like, I've been through stuff in my marriage, but he ain't done any of what these people have done on TV.
I'm trying to tell you, I wish somebody would do what Kirk did to Rashida to me.
Child.
I'm gonna be up in there with everybody. Who else? Jen Shaw and who else? I'm gonna be up in there with them because there's no way you could come home to me after that. And I'm sitting over here just cheating.
Absolutely not. To where my mama had to give the smoke. Rashida, I don't like how Rashida has all this energy for Yandy, but your mama had to run Kirk's bike over. You couldn't even properly get at him. Next thing you know, Yandy, Rashida's talking crap about being the queen of Atlanta, which is not, I don't think she's a queen of Atlanta anymore, but she is a legend in Atlanta. So I won't take everything from her. But Rashida starts trying to say all this crazy stuff, and Yandy reminded her, she's like, I gave you a job. For those who don't know, you can go to Yandy's page. You can also simply do a Google search. The idea of Love and Hip Hop as a show was Yandy's idea. She became part of the show in season 2 of the original Love and Hip Hop. Season 1, she was an executive producer. She participated heavily in that. She also managed several celebrities at the peak of their careers. When she went away from their management, their careers did that. So it's we can say a lot about Yandy. We don't like her. She does bullshit, but she is part of the reason that Love and Hip Hop does exist. And while Love and Hip Hop New York was canceled because of idiots like Bianca Bonney, Mariah Lynn, all of them, the reason Yandy was kept is because, as James always says, this show was her idea. It has now been confirmed by Mona Scott, Yandy, as well as other people who've worked on the show. So without Love and Hip Hop New York, there would be no Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. There would be no Love and Hip Hop Miami, Hollywood, or whatever else is to come, which is true. And I will say Yandy has been humble in not throwing that in anyone's face while being on the show. So to feel the need to do it to Rashida, I'm like, that's interesting, but I also feel like she can't come back from that. Like, for her to rejoin the cast and sit with people regularly, it just would not work, in my opinion. But I just think it's time for both of them to leave the show.
I agree.
That's what I got from it. I know I do agree that Yandy read Rashida for filth, and Yandy said to Rashida what Rashida needed to hear, because Rashida needed to be humbled. I don't think Rashida did well at all in that exchange. She was just hollering stuff to have get back. She was clearly upset. She had to hit a table. I think Kirk and Jasmine got her messed up, making her go chat with her, but she got what she deserved. But honestly, neither relationship is something to be respected. Whether you're married or not, where there's smoke, there's fire. You can't find nobody saying, like, oh, I seen James's man in the club with this nigga. Nobody could say, oh, I seen Amina's man in the club with touching on a bitch. Rumors don't just come out of nowhere. And I think celebrities like to blame everything on, like, oh, we're relevant, so people just make stuff up. It's not made up with these people. We got audio recordings and video evidence, as Yandy showed, of each of these men cheating. And now Yandy's admitted to cheating. And Rashida admitted a couple seasons ago that she got stuff that she be doing on the side from Kirk. So I'm like, you guys are doing all of this arguing over broken, fucked up relationships that are an embarrassment to all people, like from both ends. One won't marry him because she don't want to have to be liable for child support, even though all the kids is damn near big and grown. And then the other won't divorce him, even though he questioned the paternity of her kids, disrespected her mama, embarrassed her on national television, and then put the mistress on TV. Like, both of these bitches are not winning. They're losing. I'd rather be broke. So that's my opinion on it, James.
As I said, I'm team nobody because I feel like both of them are stupid in one way or another. I think the person who I probably think is less stupid than the other is Yandy, because Yandy was cheating too. So at the end of the day, Yandy got her gig back. And I told y'all, and I said that from day one. I said that on Mrs. Best's channel. I said Yandy got a man too. I said it. So she didn't even have to come forward and say, I already said it. Because the way she moves and the way that this does not bother her, the way it would bother other women, I said it. I said Yandy got a man too. Y'all saying Yandy go to Africa every 3 months or so, whatever it is on her. She go to Africa all the time. When you do stuff like that without your husband, it's like, oh yeah, you got somebody else. You just don't want nobody to see it.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah. Especially with the group of women that she liked to travel with. You have brought that up as well. I think that shows something too. Let me catch these comments. DM Rocks. Off topic. Michelle Williams was on Watch What Happens live last night and said she wants to be a Real Housewife. Andy
Michelle Williams, Dawson's Creek, or Michelle Williams, Destiny Child?
That's a very valid.
Please confirm before I go off, because I want to say it's Michelle Williams, Destiny Child, because I don't see Michelle Williams, Dawson's Creek going on there. I don't see that.
I mean, it's Atlanta. Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams does like housewives, but
I know.
I feel like she's too classy for this. If she shut down and then came out about being depressed for hella long just because of like,
I know she did a reality show. Yeah.
I don't think it would be good for her. If you're going to do something like that, bring a bunch of people that could like meet her level of celebrity.
Where she is. Yes.
Like, we'd have to get rid of Kelly. We'd have to get rid of Shamia. We'd have to get rid, honestly, of Portia. We'd have to get rid of a lot of people who don't know how to act around true celebrities.
I'm trying to say, for me, because I know she did reality TV on Oprah's network with that man that she was going to marry. I remember that. So I know she's not a stranger to reality TV. I just don't think that is the setting.
Oprah's reality TV, anything on OWN, is a whole different beast from Bravo. Like, you can go on OWN and still maintain your class and people find you interesting. On Bravo and MTV, VH1, the other networks, they be wanting people to act a fool. I can't see Michelle Williams doing that.
I can't either. Give her own show where we can see her doing like her Broadway or something. Let's do that. Let's not put her on a cast, because I don't want to cuss out all those women off of Michelle Williams. Because I love
Michelle. That's what will happen.
And that's exactly what will happen. I don't care if she's right, wrong, or indifferent.
Anybody connected to Beyonce who still talks to Beyonce, still maintains a friendship with her.
Somebody who can call her on demand. We're not playing.
We're above it, but we'll see. We'll see. Andy did legally change her last name. She don't even use the legal last name that she changed it to, barely.
Right.
And right back to the one thing Rashida said that was funny but true. She was talking on that house phone that wasn't plugged into the wall. Who's to say that them documents wasn't just some empty pieces of 8x8 copy paper. We don't know. Because Yandy do be bullshit.
Did anyone ever do a background check on Yandy to see if that's her legal name?
Because she still uses Smith, no?
Yeah, she still uses Smith. She is not.
I use her skincare line, and it says on there, created by
Yandy Smith.
There's no Smith Harris. It's just Smith. So I don't know. She's weird. She's weird, but she's weird. The fact that the Georgia prune is cool with the mistress is crazy. Rashida doesn't realize she's a clown, or she realizes it and she's not going to let us know that she sees it. That's why I don't care for Kirk and Rashida on the show.
I'm starting to believe those rumors about it being
an open
relationship with Rashida getting down with the ladies, because I already told y'all Rashida give me that energy anyway. So I think that it's one of them situations to where it's probably I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know these people, but allegedly, I just think if they're all three a couple. And it wouldn't surprise me. Like I'm telling y'all, Rashida give me that energy. Contessa, like all of them give me that energy of like I can see it. I really can.
They get tired of it, so they're like, whatever. I want to stay married, so he gonna do what he do, and I'm gonna do what I do.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he said, of course, she'd be doing her stuff. That's why he swabbed that baby back in the day. I actually feel like that was his way of trying to like soft way expose some of it, but he had no reason to do that.
From what I understood when he put that out there, that was some shit that happened 20 years ago.
I don't buy
that was some shit that happened at the beginning of their marriage. I didn't, and because it was another vlogger, she had said that's some shit that happened years ago. It was not recent.
I don't buy it. I feel like Kirk and Rashida have lied to us. She let everyone think she was a victim, and then years later we found out she had cheated first before he thought to cheat. So I don't buy it, but I do think they had their own little stuff back in the day. But I
don't think she did it with men. I think
no. But he seemed like the type of man that would be like, oh, and I couldn't watch? Bitch, we got a problem. He seems like that guy. Yeah, exactly. I know his Adam's apple be jumping around when he mad, probably. I can't stand how Kirk looked, just nasty looking. Did you see K. Michelle called out Robin? Yes. I did, and I was happy. I sent it to James and Shayna. I said, well.
Honestly, Robin, okay, after I heard the whole podcast, because I listened to it, when you sent it to me, I went to their podcast, and that episode was free. I don't know if it is today, but I remember saying, okay, Robin really didn't do anything that bad. She kind of had the same opinion we all kind of had when K. Michelle first, because it was weird. It was like they're recycling all of the reality stars and then putting them on random ass shows, like Claudia Jordan being a part of Love and Hip Hop Miami. That's weird to me.
Robin didn't say nothing wrong, but the context of how she said it, I think, is why Kay was offended. But like James said, Love and Hip Hop isn't the show you think and say, big celebrity, we respect you. That we don't get that from that. But no. K. Michelle's been away from Love and Hip Hop for so long, but still gets associated with it because she gave some of the best reads. Right. But I'm not surprised. I want Robin to shut up. But
I do too.
Because you're not a housewife anymore. So be quiet commenting on other housewives when you weren't even good enough to stay one. And you had a storyline that should have kept her on TV for years if she would have been forthright with her story. But instead, she wanted to bullshit about Juan and that laundromat. So whatever, Robin. I hate how she talks.
What was I going to say? I thought someone pulled the plug on their podcast. Damn, okay.
It's been going.
Okay.
I wish someone would, but it's been going. Angela Oakley unfollowed K. Michelle. I'm sure. I think they're intimidated that another person, K. Michelle just released her country album. She's been getting her accolades. She has become a successful artist. This isn't the same K that was on Love and Hip Hop trying to rebrand her career, reestablish it. She's pretty established. No shade. The new women on Housewives of Atlanta, I had said this when we were recapping it. They seem intimidated by anybody that's more successful than them.
Absolutely. Especially
my opinion. Yeah. Angela Oakley, I can see her unfollowing.
I feel like that was something like tedious, and I can't wait to see what it's about because I feel like it's a tedious thing. I do.
I'm curious to see how things will go with Portia and Kay, and because Kay is cool with some people that some of them not so cool with, and there's a lot. Atlanta's too small though. They need to do like they did Kenya Moore. who they got from Detroit, and we watched her move and get established in Atlanta. They need to do something like that because it is a small space with just a lot of people. So let's not recycle stars. I'm getting tired. They tried that with what was that girl, Monique, on OWN with Love and Marriage DC. I ain't heard about Love and Marriage DC, heard an update or anything in forever. So
from my understanding, when Monique got on to Real Housewives of Potomac, one of the other cast members from the Love and Marriage DC is going to make an appearance on Bravo as well. They didn't say which one it is, but they said that another alum is going to be on there. And my guess it's Winter, but I could be wrong.
Oh, Lord. We shall see. We shall see. She said, Robin can't even properly come back from that, but Robin had a point. Robin did have a point. The problem is Robin's mouth is damaged goods. We just don't care what come out her mouth.
It's because Robin, yeah, exactly. Robin's inauthentic. So anything that she says, of course, we're going to question and put it at arm's length because of how she moved when she was on Real Housewives of Potomac. To me, Robin got 5 seasons of a free check.
Yep.
And that's how I feel. 5 seasons of a free check. And I wish she would have just took that and just shut her ass up and didn't say nothing else no more. But the fact that she got this podcast and the fact that she's still in somewhat of relevancy when it comes to the reality world, it's crazy to me because she did absolutely nothing.
I think people watch more so for Giselle because the only time I see the Reasonably Shady podcast posted is when Robin's saying some stupid shit. I don't think people care for her opinion. Giselle's definitely being a friend though. I wouldn't keep working with her ass. I just wouldn't. I ain't shit.
I've been left her to dust because you ain't gonna ruin my opportunities and stuff.
The Bell Collective, you guys, will be covered on James's channel. I did see the trailer. I am disgusted with the same people, Letitia and Glenn. These are so. If you go to my Instagram page, I posted some crackheads doing a dance and singing a song. Letitia and Glenn remind me of them. They just really do. I'm tired of both of them. That's all I can say for the trailer. I am tired of it.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm not looking forward to recapping them because Shayna.
Everybody got satin caps. It's not even an original concept.
Not satin caps. I'm done. But I'm not looking forward to recapping Bell Collective as much. To me, I feel like I'm tired of Letitia and Glenn recycling the same ass storyline. Either y'all gonna stay together and be in love, or y'all gonna get divorced and move the fuck on. I'm tired of them too. So the fact that this girl coming back from season 2 or whatever season she was on back in the day and coming back now, it's like y'all already did this. What do we need to do this for?
I don't know. I don't really
like she get banned.
Right.
How does she have power to get somebody banned?
In my opinion, Letitia is a bigger problem than Marie. And y'all know how I felt about Marie. But I'll take Marie over Letitia at this point.
Me too.
I really would.
I second that. That is my also opinion as well. Maria actually did not get on my nerves last season.
She did.
Like she has in previous seasons.
She will kick it and be in the same space as somebody she don't like if she have to. Letitia, to me, is the pot stirrer in the group, separate from the so not relevant who's not on the show anymore, and the other one whose name I can't remember with the sensitive husband.
Keisha.
Yeah, them two, I feel like they were a problem, but I also feel like Letitia's a big problem. I'm also like, girl, what are you doing? I'm 10 pounds down. Go get you some help. Figure it out, girl. What's happening? Every season, I don't know what's going on. Look like she just be eating Mississippi fried in between seasons. That's what it be looking like. But that's all I got for this. I'll take Bell Collective over Potomac any day. Potomac, I've been bored with Potomac since Monique left.
It's the same thing over and over again. It's Giselle and Ashley picking on a newbie and trying to expose some dirt on them and then sitting back and watching the cuts and watching a newbie's play. It's the same tactic every single time. Why is Ashley still here? I get why Giselle's
had a storyline in forever, and when she is divorced, her story is complete. I don't care to see her date. I don't care to see her and her stiff ass titties dance around. I don't care to see her big ass forehead ruin songs by legends. I'm tired of Ashley. I don't trust
That's another one getting a free check for years. Ashley had no storyline since season 3. So that's another one getting free checks. So y'all, bravo, if y'all want to give somebody some free money that can literally do more to work than the ones you hire, y'all can just come over to Watch Your Mouth Reviews, send me an email, and I'll go on whatever Real Housewives franchise you want me to. I will go, I mean, wherever y'all want to put me, I will go. I promise you. I'll even go to Salt Lake City. I would.
They have really cool soda drive-thrus that I want to see separate, but random. But just random. That's about it, you guys, for this. The newbie who exposed Glenn was Latrice's best friend who has a wife. Oh, well, if Glenn wasn't doing nothing, there'd be nothing to expose. Exactly. So let me guess, Letitia probably going to be yelling at Glenn in one scene and yelling at whoever's friend exposed him in the next one. Can't stand it. But yes, we are ready for Salt Lake City. I think that's the one show coming back that I'm actually excited to see. I don't know what I'm going to cover. I have Deb's House, you guys, that I'll be doing on Saturday. On Friday, we'll be going over the Housewives of Miami. James will be making a comeback to YouTube, so be sure to click the link in the description of this video, subscribe to his channel so that you don't miss when he's back. But that's it. Do you have any announcements? Anything you want to say before I end it?
No, I'm just happy to be back. I'm happy, I'm going to try to set up my studio space where it looks nice and presentable for when I do come back. You guys, it's going to be a very slow process once again because I'm trying to ease I missed a lot. But I will be doing kind of like a preemptive Love and Marriage Huntsville live where we kind of catch up, talk about things that matter because there wasn't really much to cover. We are going to talk about the new show that I was supposed to cover. We'll cover those episodes. And then I'll be back next week full time, you guys. I'm so excited. I think I have, we have Bell Collective, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Potomac. Married to Medicine will be back in November, for what I understand. So I have that coming up. A lot of shows, lots of shows. And then, of course, I'm going to be here with Mrs. Best, recovering all of the shows that we did before I took my hiatus. So I love you guys. Thanks for welcoming back Mrs. Best. It has been so much fun being back into this. I love it. And I'll see you guys later.
We'll see you next time. Oh, God. Bye, everybody.